Today on Go, my 3 favorite things, cheap, easy, and delicious. We're making Thanksgiving appies. Thanksgiving is this weekend, so I'm very excited to share with you some very fun, fall-flavored, fresh appetizers that you can share with your family and friends this weekend. We have Daniela from Creole Envie, our guest chef on the show, so get excited. Everything you're going to want to eat, you're going to want to break out the stretchy pans, and there's going to be no meat sweats after the end of it. But up first, it's over to the Edmonton Food Bank with Angelica Grensky. Excellent, thanks for that, Angie. We have Daniela, our guest chef from Creole Envie, and you are all about Southern comfort food, which is my favorite because Thanksgiving is all about comfort, stretchy pants, and just feeling really, really good and hearty with your meals. So what are we making on the show today?
Today we're making a butternut squash and pumpkin soup, sweet and salty cheese roll, and bacon and cheddar grit fritters.
That all sounds very comfortable to me.
Did you wear stretchy clothes?
I wore a stretchy dress that's covered in the apron right now, but
that's good enough.
Okay, wonderful. And let's talk about the ingredients that we're going to be using.
So some of the ingredients we have, this is for the soup. So we have butternut squash, pumpkin puree, sweet potatoes, lime juice, chicken stock, chili paste, garlic, ginger, and red peppers and white onions.
Okay.
That will be going into our soup. And then for our fritters, we have a cheddar blend, grits, which we eat basically 3 times
I've never
a day.
used grits before. I've never eaten grits with anything.
They are fantastic.
Okay.
You'll fall in love.
You're going to convert me.
We have some beautiful back bacon from Darcy's Meat Market in St. Albert.
Very nice. Love Darcy's.
Some green onions. And the green apple will go into our soup as well. It's going to hang out there. And then we're doing a sweet and salty cheese roll using goat cheese, honey, and sunflower seeds.
And these are all very easy ingredients for you to get anywhere, any grocery store. Nothing is too difficult. Grits, where can you buy grits? Because these are new to me.
You can buy grits at the Italian Center downtown.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so I hope you were writing all the ingredients down because when we return from the break, Daniela is going to teach us how to make some of these delicious items. We'll be right back on Go. Here you go, Daniela. Welcome back to the show. If you're just tuning in now, we're down here at Creole Envie with my guest chef, Daniela, also the owner and executive chef for the restaurant. And we are making some Thanksgiving-inspired appetizers, some fun, fall-flavored, fresh food that you can share with your friends and family this weekend. Now, obviously, it's all about gathering together, enjoying each other's company, but it's also about giving back when you can. And you guys do a meal share program here.
Yes. So when you buy our fried chicken dinner, you are essentially buying a dinner for someone in need, either with the Hope Mission or other charities down in Calgary. We are one of 4 restaurants that are with the program, and it's quite popular, and we are happy to supply meals for people.
There we go. There you go. And hopefully you're giving back any way you can as well this weekend. So we have our onions and our red peppers, some butter in the pot.
Yes.
We're doing our butternut squash and pumpkin soup PSLs, everyone. I absolutely love this because I love anything pumpkin flavored. I'm literally at the coffee shop every morning getting a pumpkin spice latte. So we're going to do kind of the soup version of this today.
The soup version of it, yes.
Wonderful. And what goes next after our onions and our red peppers have softened up a little bit?
So I will need you to pass me the butternut squash.
Butternut squash. Nice big plate of it chopped up here.
Yes. I'm just going to add that.
Is butternut squash in season right now?
Yes, all the squashes are in season. It's wonderful for fall because all the really hearty squashes are in season. They're nice and they're beautiful. And if you can go to farmer's market and buy it, it's even better that way than going to the store.
Yeah, we have so many amazing farmers markets here in Edmonton. So then how long do we let this cook down for?
We're going to let this cook down for about 20 minutes.
20 minutes, okay, awesome.
And if you can hand me the sweet potatoes.
Sure. I'll give you these. There you go. Nice sweet potatoes as well. Lots of color in this soup. Look beautiful on the table for your guests as well when you're serving it.
And then if you want to hand me the garlic and the ginger.
The garlic and the ginger. Okay, so while we get a few more ingredients in the pot, we're going to be making something else while our soup continues to cook for that 20 minutes. But right now it's time to learn all about the world of beekeeping with Tim Dancy. Thanks for that, Tim. And speaking of honey, we will be using this very shortly, but right now we are moving on to what, Daniela?
We are moving on to our back bacon and cheddar grit fritters. So all our proteins come from Darcy Meats out in St. Albert.
Wonderful.
And they're all free range, and they're absolutely delicious.
Good chopping job. So nice and fine. We want to keep our back bacon very, very small pieces.
Very, very small pieces.
And why is that?
Because we're going to turn into a fritter, so we're going to have to roll it and deep fry it.
Really, we're just wiping this all over our thighs, aren't we?
Pretty much.
But hey, Thanksgiving, it's all about indulging, and again, you worry about it on Tuesday after it's all said and done.
Then you go back to the gym.
Yeah, then you go back to the gym. try and get into those early morning sessions. Okay, so once our back bacon's chopped up, what's the next step?
We're gonna grab these are grits, so it's like a cornmeal, as you can see.
Can I give that a whirl? I just kind of want to give this a little taste here. Oh, that's not good raw.
No, not really,
No,
but
that was stupid.
you're very, very brave.
Okay, well, it's like sand in your teeth if you really want a good explanation. And then what do we do with these?
Then we're gonna add some whipped cream.
Okay.
We do use 36% because everything in Southern food is about comfort.
Right. So no fat-free milk here.
No,
Milk,
there is nothing
full fat everything.
There is nothing fat-free in this house.
Any specific type of frying pan for this? Does it matter?
Restaurants normally will use non-stick. So we're just gonna add some really nice whipped cream to that.
And then what's the process with this? How long do we heat it up for?
So these grits are quick cooking, so it takes about 5 minutes.
Not bad.
Not bad.
That's easy, especially if you've got kids running around the house. You don't have a lot of time to work on some appetizers. Your guests are going to be here any minute. 5 minutes doesn't take long to whip up some Fritz.
No, not at all.
And a memorable dish for all your guests. Okay, so we're going to let this heat up for just a moment. We're going to take a quick break on go. Stay tuned. More to come from Creole Envie. We have back bacon, we have green onions, and we have grits. Welcome back to the show. If you're just tuning in now, we are with Daniela from Creole Envie, our guest chef on the show today, making Thanksgiving appetizers. And where are we at with our grits right now, Daniela?
The grits are almost fully cooked, so I'm going to take the back bacon from you.
Wonderful.
I'm going to add into, look at that,
Delicious.
bacon and grits. We're making all the Southerns expats jealous right now.
Nice, wonderful. Okay, so we also,
onions.
just to remind you, we still have our butternut and pumpkin squash and pumpkin soup just boiling down here on the element, and then that's going to be a few more minutes as well, so we're going to continue to let that simmer. And now that you've got everything in the pan here, do we make balls? What's the next step?
If you want to hand me the cheese,
Okay.
that's the last one we have to go in there. We're going to use a nice cheddar blend today. That way, if you tell the kids, oh, there's cheese in it, they're going to stick it in their mouth.
Yes. Because growing up, I was never a big fan of onions of any kind, green onions, white onions, unless they're just like cooked dead in a salsa.
Yes.
So I don't think if you got bacon and you got the grits and you got the little bit of cheese in there as well, I'm pretty sure this is going to swing for everyone.
It's going to swing for everybody.
Okay.
Men hear the word bacon and they'll eat it.
I know, I'm such a bacon lover, it's not even funny. When do you consider it an addiction? Like 7 days a week? Is that a problem? Should I be worried about that?
I think you should be worried about it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've seen the bacon in your fridge. I'd be worried too.
All right. Okay, so we're going to ball this up in just a moment, but right now, Jordan Greenlee is taking us over to the Royal Tyrrell Museum. All right, we're back, and it's time for the balls. We have our refrigerated balls. So funny. I get to say that on camera because we're making them. What do we have here? You've refrigerated these because they need to get a little
They need
squishy.
to cool down and they need to be squishy. So you're going to roll about a tablespoon. Just going to roll it.
Uh-huh.
We're going to roll it in our breading. Our breading is actually also gluten-free.
Okay, good for all
And
the
grits,
celiacs
and grits are
watching.
gluten-free too.
Are they?
So,
There we go.
And everything today is going to be gluten-free.
All right, there we go. Now a newsflash for all the celiacs watching out there. It's a gluten-free episode of Go Edmonton. Okay, so once we have all of our balls rolled up, and we're gonna put them in the
We're
deep
gonna
fryer.
put them in the deep
So what
fryer.
if you don't have a deep fryer at home? What do people do?
You can just use a Dutch oven
Okay.
and just put about 3 inches of oil in it, bring it up to about 360. You're going to want to have a thermometer in your house. And you can just fry them that way.
Okay, so no problem. You don't need to
No
go
problem.
out and buy a deep fryer to make
Nope.
our grit balls today. And when these pop into the deep fryer, are we waiting till they float? Are we
You're going to wait
putting
till
them
they
in for a certain
you're gonna
amount of time?
Wait till they float.
Okay.
We're going to also take an internal temperature because there is meat in there. We want to make sure that the meat is fully cooked.
Okay, and was our bacon pre-cooked?
Nope, I didn't
raw
pre-cook it. It was raw
Good to
bacon.
know. All right.
Okay,
So, let's
I
pop
have
them
a
in.
fryer. I'll let you take 2 and I'll
Got
take
2
2.
each, 2 balls for each of us. Ha ha ha.
And we have a small little deep fryer here.
So,
So we're
pop
just-
them in now.
Just pop them
Okay,
in
so
now.
we're popping in our balls, and when we return from the break, we're gonna finish with our third appetizer, our cheese spread, and the soup. Lots to come. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Go. Welcome back. You're just in time for our finishing touches, and once again, we are down here at Creole Envie with my deliciously talented, beautiful, and oh so lovely guest chef on the show, Daniela. Daniela, what have you
Thank you.
added to our soup here?
So now we've added the chili paste, we've added the sweet potatoes. We're just gonna puree it for a few minutes and then we're gonna salt and pepper it and add some whipped cream and we're gonna stick it in our mouth.
Stick it in our mouth. There we go. So that is the pumpkin and butternut squash soup. And then I have this, which is my goat cheese log. So over here we have our sunflower seeds. We're just gonna roll these super nice in here. Try and get as many sunflower seeds on the log as possible. I'm gonna transfer that to our cracker plate, and then we're gonna garnish that with some delicious blackberries and mint. And once again, our bacon and grit fritters. This will be my first grit experience ever. So before we can dive in and finish everything up, it's time for Brad Walker and our last story. Thanks for that, Brad. Okay, so my hands are nice and cheesy after rolling our lovely cheese log. And Danielle, let's once again talk about all the delicious appies that we made.
So here we have our butternut squash and pumpkin soup. We have our back bacon and cheese grit fritters with homemade jalapeno jelly.
Two seem to be missing. What happened there?
I think there's a football player that came through and maybe popped one in as well.
Football player, probably. Hey,
Probably.
That's a reasonable explanation.
Saints are 5-0 right now, so it's good to go.
They're really good.
And then the last one is our sweet and salty goat cheese roll, done with sunflower seeds, honey. We have some nice gluten-free crackers, pecans, some nice blackberries with fresh mint.
Wonderful. And this, obviously being the easiest thing, I think anyone can do this. You just roll goat cheese in some sunflower seeds, put some honey on it, crackers, boom, we're done.
You had it done in 7 minutes.
It was awesome. Yeah, I can make this, and I'm not much of a chef. And then again, the soup, not too hard, just 20 minutes, fresh ingredients, lovely. All your guests will love it.
You can make this all for your family on the weekend.
And none of it was very expensive either, as well.
No.
Okay, so what do they say in the South when they're just about to dive in? Let's give our balls some jalapeno jelly on top.
Who dat?
Who dat? Thanksgiving, everyone. I've been your host, Dana Giesbrecht, and who dat?
Oh.
Check out that ball.